Hey, in this tutorial we will see how to move column from one position to another and fix or pin a particular column. Then we will drag a particular row to a new position and reorder the data table and get its value using a function. So here we are able to fetch the athlete name of the first row. And when we sort it to ascending and descending and reset it, our new data table order is preserved. Even when we use filter and clear the filters, the order is maintained. And at the end, we'll see how to resize column width all by using agGrid in Angular. So we have created a project using ng new agGrid and opened it in Visual Studio Code. Next we will install agGrid and agGrid Angular and save it in package.json dev dependency using -- save. Inside src app module.ts, let's import agGrid module from agGrid Angular/main. Edited imports using agGrid module.withComponent, which takes an array of custom components. This with component is used to specify custom cell colors or buttons on particular cells. We'll check out this in our later tutorials. So for now we'll leave it blank. We will edit app.module.html and add agGrid Angular. Here we define what the height and width of the agGrid should be. We will pass our column DFS to agGrid column def. And in app.component.ts we will define column DFS and other variables like grid API and grid column API. In constructor, we will initialize HTTP request to fetch data from backend server. The best practice is to write it in service layer. So HTTP client is imported from Angular common HTTP. And on ng on init, we will define the column definitions. It is basically an array of column definitions. We will add default sorting orders and grid ready, we will call onGridReady function and pass the event. So on grid ready, we will assign params.api to this.gridAPI and params.column.api to this.gridColumn.api. And using HTTP GET method, we will call a REST API to fetch data. We will add HTTP client module in our app.module.ts and add it in imports. We'll call the REST API JSON. Let's see what's there in that dataset. So we can see it's a huge chunk of JSON object. This blue color is just a JSON plugin called JSON Handle, which formats JSON object in the Chrome browser. So once the data is retrieved, we will pass it to params.api.setRawData. And in Angular JSON, we will add this to style sheets, else grid will not be displayed properly. For older versions of Angular CLI, it will be angular-cli.json file, and we will start the server. So the header name is the name that will be displayed. Field name should be same as that of the dataset key name. Let's add age and country column, then years and date, sports column, and how many gold, silver, bronze and total medal he owns. We'll add a theme using class agThemeBalham. Enable sorting to true. Enable animate row. Enable filter, set to true. And in sorting order, we will pass our sorting ORD variable. and in component.ts we'll set it to first ascending, then descending, and then reset. Something is wrong. Okay, we have added the style sheet to test scripts. Just copy paste and rerun the server. Build failed. Why? Not able to find the CSS file. Okay, let me remove this. And start the server again. Looks working. Sorting and column structure looks great. Let's put a button to retrieve the first row athlete name. We'll bind on click to get data. And in get data function, we'll set first row to row node variable and pop up on alert with athlete name. And to enable row dragging, we will set row drag manage to true. It didn't work. We need to add it in column definition to row drag true. Get the athlete name undefined. Spelling mistake. Now it's fine. Let's change the order and get the name. Works superb. Even on sorting, the order is preserved. Let's check out with filters. And on filter also it works great. And by default, column can be moved from one place to another. So we will now fix this column country to extreme left. For this, in country column definition, we will set lock position true and suppress navigable to true. And we will put row drag to country field, else it will not look good, because those ... will be shown in the other fields, not in the country field, where the country field will be on the extreme left. So if we drag the country column, it won't do anything as it is not navigable. But we can move the name and the age field. Even when you try to put the name field to the first column, it won't happen because the country's position is locked. And in order to resize the column width, we'll set enable call resize to true. So we can resize the column width, and on changing the column position, the width is preserved. That's all for this tutorial. If you like this video, then hit the thumbs up icon, subscribe to the channel CodeSpace and get notified by hitting the bell icon for upcoming tutorials and live sessions on cloud technology, Node.js and much more. For queries, comment below. Thanks for watching.